Welcome to the last day of the year. This is one of those days that has a weird feeling for most people because you're saying goodbye to an entire set of 365 days. You're getting excited about the possibility of the next 365 days. And there's always this renewed feeling of like, this is the year. Everything is going to change. Now, I've dropped a lot of different conversations this week about your new year, the word of the year, what could be different, how to not use New Year's resolutions, but to how to redefine where you want to go. And today, I just want to give you the grace and the reminder, because this is a reminder I have to give myself all the time. Things will work out. That is something that I learned growing up on a farm with my dad. Now, my dad may not fully always believe that because there are many times that he would be like, and there were many times even just this past year, he would be like, man, this could be the last hay of the year because it's not going to rain anymore and it's going to be a drought and it's going to be over and it's going to be, we're not going to know where a hay is going to come from, but it always works out. No matter how much the moment feels like, man, this is it, it always works out. And that's what I want you to remember, no matter where you're leaving 2021, no matter where you're entering 2022, remember, it does work out. There's something that I often remind myself of is that I am exactly where I am supposed to be. That moment when I say that reminds me of I'm meant to learn something from where I am. I'm meant to grow through something from where I am, something that I talked about earlier in the week. So think of this day, the end of the year, as something that isn't something that's supposed to be this weird reflection or a day of parties, but just a way to remind yourself you are exactly where you need to be. You are a dad. You are either maybe a husband, maybe you're a partner, maybe you're divorced, whatever that may be. And I'm not saying that you had to get divorced. Those languages that come into that, or that you have to be suffering on the other side of divorce, that's not what that means. But learning exactly where you are means that you are here where you are because of what you've said, what you've done, and your actions you've taken. Where you are can have meaning every single day. One of the craziest, purposeful ways to find meaning in life is to find the meaning in every single day, no matter where you are, no matter where life has put you, find meaning. Just last night, I went and had a beer with a close friend. And afterwards, I went to our local Quick Trip and picked up some donuts for the kids in the morning. And all I did was tell the clerk, hey, how are you doing today? And I asked him, because he asked me how I was doing, so I asked him. And he gives me a fist bump saying how much he appreciated that because he was having a rough day. And it meant a lot that I saw him. Now, this is probably like 7:30 at night, so he'd probably already had a full day at the gas station. And all it took for me was to show up in that one random moment for me to get donuts to change this guy's attitude and reflection about probably a lot of things. Now, I don't know what was going on in his life, but what I'm saying is being exactly where you are means that you try to do with what you can, with what you have, from where you are. Doesn't mean that you deserve to be a certain place. It doesn't mean that there's some like vindictive lesson that you need to think about. But just think about, how do you take every day? Don't bundle up 365 days into the future. Bundle up today. How do you bring more of who you are, bring more of where you want to be into today? And that is what I want you to think about tomorrow on New Year's Day. Because the new year represents an opportunity to live each day, not the entire year. Don't resolute the entire year because it's too big. Most people, if you go into business planning worlds, there's a book called The 12-Week Year, which 12 weeks is 90 days. 90 days is about as accurate of a business plan that you can write because after 90 days, the conditions for success change so dramatically that you're often no longer able to predict anything close to reality. And so 90 days is your perfect kind of window of opportunity to plan. But I'm asking you to pick just one day, plan and execute it. And I'm telling you this is just as much as I'm telling myself. Because remember, faith is what I often give up on. So faith that today is the exact day that everything can happen. That faith today is the one that I need to be reminded of. And I'm back again with you guys in the new year on Monday.